Welcome back, guys. Game Night Studios here. Today we are going to be going over how to fix little pieces that might break off during the assembly process. In my case, I had a mini, beautiful print, dropped it, broke the finger off, so now I'm going to be showing you how to resculpt the finger on there. You can use the same trick for anything small that might break on your minis. Hope you like it. Let's get to it. Here we have a beautiful mini from Yasashii Kyojin Studios down in Australia. Badass designers come up with some badass minis. This guy, I dropped him. I broke his finger. He's a great mini. He printed beautifully. I messed it up. So we're going to grab some plastic putty. We're going to fix this mini's finger. So you can grab any kind of tool you want to use. You could use a toothpick. If you have a little sculpting tool, that's going to work better just because it's built for a bit more control over your mini. So little mistakes like this, they just happen. You drop something, it breaks, sometimes a part doesn't come, or maybe it comes broken and you got to fix like a little fingertip or an ear or a tentacle or something. This is my preferred method. If you've ever used green stuff will work just as well. It's the type I've used. It's more of a putty kind of texture to it where you can actually legitimately roll it in your fingers and sculpt something and stick it on there. This works as well. It also works, this in my opinion works better for some things like mold lines than green stuff does. Again, that's just my opinion. But if you have like a mold line where two pieces were glued together or printed that way, or however it turned out, where you have just an unsmooth line in the mini, you slap some of this stuff on it. It's got more of a, not quite as a thick texture as green stuff, and then you just smooth it out with your finger and bam, that mold line's gone, it's done, and it works beautifully. But this also works for things like this. So the method I'm using here, I'm putting it on and then I'm giving it time to dry. I'm letting it dry for a little while. I'll work on something else, paint something else for a minute or two, come back, do another layer of this plastic putty, put it off to the side. You can put it next to a fan or something if you want to increase the process, or increase the speed of the process, I mean. You just go back to it with your little scrapey tool or your toothpick, whatever you're doing. You can use your finger to flatten it out and just slowly sculpt that finger out. It doesn't take too much time, especially if you have other projects to work on. If you're like me, I like doing like 10 things at once. I'm doing this, I'm painting, I have an audiobook or something playing, I'm running the printers in the background. I like doing multiple things. So this works out perfect for me. So I put a layer on, set it off to the side, come back to it, put another layer. I don't remember exactly how many times I did that with this mini. I think it was about 4 or 5, maybe 6, but I think 4 or 5. Just slowly sculpt that finger out, and it's going to end up looking like he never lost a finger in the first place. I'd already done it with that middle finger, so I figured this is a good little trick that people probably would like to know how to do. I'm sure there's other methods of doing this. This is just my method. You can see it's coming along. It's getting there. It's about the right length because it's the pinky, so it doesn't need to be as long as the others. This specific mini, this method would be my preferred method even if I had green stuff to sculpt the finger with, because naturally when you're pulling it, it comes to a point, which is perfect for his fingers because they all come to points. They have those nice little sharp pointy fingernails. And this is a Mind Flayer from the Yasashii Kyojin Studios. Those guys have some sweet prints. If you're looking for any kind of D&D proxies, or if you're just looking for something badass to print with your resin printer, their minis are on there and they're freaking awesome. I printed a bunch, they all look great, they all turned out great. Like I said, this guy turned out great and I dropped him and broke him. And now that kind of spawned this whole video. So it works out. So there we go. We got it sculpted exactly how we want it. And I'm going to put some black on his hand right now so you can see once you start to paint this, you'll never even notice he's missing a finger. Like we had him, he was perfect, we broke him, we fixed him, now he's good to go. You start painting this guy, no one's going to look twice at that hand and think that finger was sculpted on there. It's all thanks to that plastic putty. That stuff is great. It works for this, it works for mold lines. It's just good stuff to have. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Game Night Studios. Hope you guys learned something. Leave me a comment, follow, subscribe. If you like this video, let me know. If you want to see something else, if something's been bugging you, you don't know how to do something, or you just want a faster way of doing something, let me know. I'm happy to make videos about stuff like that. Check out the eBay store, check out the other YouTube videos, check out the Facebook page. I got plenty of 3D printed terrain up. I got some products. I got minis that I've personally painted up for sale in the eBay store. Thanks for you guys for watching. Game Night Studios.